How's it going, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. In the last video, just as a quick recap here, I just finished making like 200 mil worth of potions, using up all the loot that we got from like 4 months at the Theater of Blood. It's like 2 million, 3 million Herblore XP, not too bad. If you want to see how an Ultimate Iron Man consumes Herblore supplies, feel free to go back and watch that video. Having said that, I'm sure you're all excited for the title of the video, which is probably something to do with the Inferno. Before we get into that, I actually need to finish up using the last of the resources that we got from Theater of Blood, that being the 5,500 runite ore that we got. Pretty hefty stack, to say the least. So we're going to go ahead and sort this stuff out, and then after what seems like a year of procrastinating, I think we're going to go ahead and finally pull the trigger on the Inferno. Alright, I think we are now ready to go ahead and start this process. I'm kind of curious how much money we're going to make by the time we're done with this. We're going to be starting with exactly a 90 mil cash stack. The reason it's at 89.5 mil now is because I just went and bought a couple thousand nature runes, because we're going to be alching all the stuff that we get from here. We're going to be making rune swords. I'm pretty sure for the entirety of this 5600 rune ore, as it's the best GP per rune bar. Until that is, you get up to like 99 smithing, and then the two-handed swords, plate legs and plate skirts, are the best. Rune swords right here at 12k per bar. We could do like, I don't know, man. It would speed it up a lot to do like rune full helms or square shields, but you get like 1,000 GP less per bar, and since we have 5,000 bars, that's like 5 mil that I'd be losing. I might end up doing that just because this is going to take forever otherwise, but I guess we'll just dip our toes in and see how this is going to go. Additionally, we're also going to be buying all of the coal, so I'm pretty sure this should cost like 6 mil in total, or like 4 mil or something. I don't know, we'll find out at the end, I guess. But we did actually get 44,000 coal from the Theater of Blood generic loot table that I actually dropped, because the run from the shop to here is so much faster than the run all the way from the bank and back. I'm pretty sure that this might actually end up being like more net gained value per hour, because if this whole grind like finishes like 2 hours faster, then we essentially have gained 2 hours worth of value in the sense of time. And like time value, I guess, is kind of relative. There's probably not like a right or wrong answer, but I just feel like this is the best choice for me personally. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. Essentially, we just buy all the coal we need on a total level world, hop to the blast furnace world. This stuff will go into the place. We deposit a second inventory here. We got our ice gloves, so we're good to go. Boom, just like that. Hop back to the total world. This is like a 10-second world hop. What is happening, dude? I guess we shouldn't use the Aussie worlds, but yeah, and then we get a nice little AFK here. So I'm gonna do this for a few hours and probably check in with you guys. All right, well, it's been just about 1 hour here. Getting 40,000 smithing XP per hour, which means that we're smithing around 320 rune swords per hour, which is like almost 4 mil an hour, which is really good. I didn't think it'd be that high. I didn't think we'd be doing that much an hour. I'm definitely going to stick with rune swords all the way to the end, so I'll go buy some more nature runes at some point, because I wasn't sure if I was going to switch to the rune square shield when we unlock it at 93 smithing in a little bit, because like I showed earlier, that's the highest value per bar with a 2-bar cost right here, 11k per bar. Rune full helms would be 10k per bar, which is like way worse than the square shield. And yeah, we are killing it, man. A 93 smithing. That's a pretty cool milestone. That should be rune square shields. Yep, there it is. That's gonna be the only level we get on this grind. Actually, we might even get another level, to be honest. 40k XP an hour, 20 hours, that's 800k XP. We'll probably get another level. Jesus Christ, I didn't even realize that. Not quite. We'll get 100k shy of another level. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty cool. Check it out, guys. A 100 mil cash stack. It's a beautiful sight. How's it going, guys? Hi. I just finished editing the last video. We are now less than 1 million XP away from 99 mining. And yeah, this is probably the dumbest I'll ever look. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. The helmet does match the crystal axe, but yeah, we can get back into the runite ore grind. Now that I've uploaded the video where I get the sanguine dust, I can finally actually use the dusted Theater of Blood pit. That thing looks like a bunny. That's kind of cool. I actually haven't seen all the inventory art for each of the metamorphosized pets, because there's one for each one. That one's pretty cool. Little Nilo. Oh god, that looks like a seal. That does not look like a Nilo. What the hell is that, man? Well, just dropped a whole inventory of gold ore. That's the second time I bought 50 gold ore by mistake. Some ancient muscle memory from back when I was maxing my Iron Man, I think. Alright, my friends, this is the last inventory of rune ore. It's been about 20 hours since I started, and now we're done. The cash stack is now at a juicy 155 mil. That's a pretty nice looking cash stack if you ask me. We're 100k away from another level, so I could go do that in like 30 minutes. Whoa, who's this guy? I didn't know you could get such a close-up of somebody. Anyway, we could spend another 30 minutes and like like get that done, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. We'll just save that for later. I left 26 runite bars in storage here in case I need to make like a rune axe or some sort of rune thing for an activity that I want to do in the future. Just kind of a nice little thing to have a runite bar bank for an Ultimate Iron Man. Since we started at 90 mil, and now we're at this. That means we profited at 65 mil over the course of 20 hours. So that's like, you know, 3 mil an hour like we were saying. And since we had to use 22,000 coal at a price of 132 GP each, that means we paid 3 mil for that. So it would have been a little closer to 70 mil. And now with this amazing cash stack, we could pretty much do, you know, whatever we want. I don't ever think we're ever going to use up all that. It's kind of just a flex at this point. Speaking of flex, I'm going to go ahead and deposit this into the coffer here. I think we're going to work on some pretty hardcore flex stuff here. I kind of left this elite combat achievement thing like 99% completed and then just like left it there for like months. I guess like not months, maybe weeks. I only have like 5 more tasks to do. So I'm going to go do these real quick. I might have to spend a few hours doing it, but essentially we have to kill Nex, speedrun the Nightmare, speedrun Hespori, and then do some Inferno. So I think I'm going to save the Inferno for last for no particular reason. I think I decided I'm going to go kill the Nightmare, but I just have not done that in like a long time. So I might need to do some tinkering with the inventory here, but I guess I'll check in with you guys when there's actually something to check in with. All right, since we have the Hespori seeds here, before we do Nightmare, I'm just going to do the Hespori speedrun, and then we can play at the Hespori and then never have to kill Hespori ever again. And this is going to be it. Hey, that's definitely it. Nice. 90 KC, that's Hespori. The scythe really unlocks a whole lot of content, man. That only took like 10 attempts or so. I guess we'll go ahead and see if we can get the bottomless bucket, because I still don't have that, so I don't really need it at this point. Pretty sure we're like more than twice the drop rate on that. Yeah, no bottomless bucket, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and drop the Hespori seeds, the Limpworts, the Atas, don't need any of that. And yeah, I don't think we ever needed to kill this boss ever again, to be honest. We now have Hespori all greened out. You'll love to see it. All right, so I tried to send a few attempts at Nightmare. Didn't really go too well. So I think I'm gonna make some Sanfu serums. It should just give us enough sustainability to make this Nightmare kill happen. But that means I've got to do some... Oh, here they are. I have to kill these guys. If you haven't heard this... If you haven't heard this, let's get 2 on me and see what it sounds like. This is the actual game sounds. Oh, that's insane. But yeah, each one of these nail beast nails is like 17k or something, because nobody wants to come kill them because of how fucking annoying they sound. But you can use them to make Sanfu serums, so we definitely have plenty now. Alright, that should be the task completed. A 20 minutes and 9 seconds, 13 rune ore, Nightmare solo speed trialist. We also got 1 minute off of the master speedrun time, which is 19 minutes. I think we could definitely get that. We pretty much went through all our supplies, so if we just go a little faster, we can get that, but I'm probably gonna hold that off for another time. I'm pretty pumped to get this elite log completed. And yeah, so we got 3 more tasks to go. I guess let's head on over to Nex. All right, I have never done a Nex kill in my whole life, not on RuneScape 2 or on old school RuneScape. Luckily, we did do the Frozen Door quest already, so we're ready to go. We had to kill one of each God Wars dungeon general, which on the UIM is not the most convenient thing, but I'm pretty sure if we open this Frozen Door, we'll be in a Nex room. One of like the only pieces of Ancient that I have access to right now is the Ancient Blessing, so hopefully these guys won't attack us. Nice, okay. So yeah, I guess it's time to get some kill count. All right, well, I guess we're going in. There's a lot of people in here. I have no clue. I just like briefly read the wiki. I think the fight's only gonna last a few minutes, so it looks like everyone's grouping over here. I'll just follow what everybody else is doing. Of course, literally, he attacks me out of every single person in the room, dude. Are you kidding me? My very first... Oh god, he's chasing me. I don't think I saw anyone die, so we might have got the task that we need. A 1kc at Nex. Oh, dang, we got a couple tasks. All right. 4 tasks. We're a Nex veteran after 1 kill. You love to see it. I guess I'll just stay here because I already got the inventory all set up and everything. There's a task to kill 50 Nex. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. I might just grind Nex soon on the account. Oh, we still need 1 more elite combat task. I guess someone did die. So yeah, we're going to stay here anyway. Hey, there it is. 2 more combat achievements. Nex Survivors is the last elite combat achievement we need before we head into the Inferno. I guess I'll just stay here until our inventory is all used up, because why not? That's also a 1 minute 26 second kill, 5 KC at the Nex. I previously mentioned that the other KC related combat task was 50 KC, but it's actually only 25. So I might just like stay here till that, because I don't know, why not? This might be a Grandmaster task, I'm pretty sure, to have people coughing at the end of the kill. The whole room's coughing. Did we do it? Hey, I should see a doctor. Nice. I don't know why that's a Grandmaster task, but alrighty, there it is, friends. We are now a Nex Master 25kc. We got a lot of combat achievements there, man. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah, we got 8 out of 11, actually. We got, like, almost all of them. All we have to do is duo it, trio it, and then get a perfect Nex. So that should be pretty fun to do in the future. But yeah, you guys know what that means. We are 111 out of 112 on the Elite combat achievement. So I guess it's time to go to the Inferno. Alright guys, well, I'm not really recording too much of this prep stuff just because I kind of really want to focus on what I'm doing. But we got like a pretty decent setup here. We got the full Ancestral, Dakota the Occult for the Blood Barrage, Ice Barrage, and then the full range setup, and then the Blowpipe for the smaller guys. Feeling pretty good, Just had some coffee and, you know, trying to stay composed here. The last little thing that I want to add to the setup is something that we got recently from our Theater of Blood grind, the Just Assure helmet. And thankfully we can withdraw this. As an Ultimate Iron Man, you need a full set to withdraw anything from here, which we do have, fortunately, which means we can put those back in. My cat is meowing. Put on the helmets, and now we're kind of ready, even though I don't want to be. I don't really want to do this. I'm a little, I don't know, man. It's probably gonna be fine, but like, yeah, it's a big moment on the account. Also, I've opted to take the looting bag into the Inferno. It's a safe death, so all the stuff that I have stored at Hespori is going to be safe. But inside this looting bag here, I just have all the potions that we need during the Inferno, some blood runes, some Zora scales. That way, if we do fail and we need to resupply, we don't have to go reset our entire death bank at Hespori. We'll just be ready to go for another attempt. So this is what the final inventory is looking like. Not too bad. I am pretty confident that this will be able to do it as long as I can also do it too. All right, well, we got a thunderstorm picking up here. But I am heading towards the place. It's right over there. Kind of want to turn around and never go back, but I guess it's kind of too late. I did do the Inferno on Leagues 2 and Leagues 3, but that doesn't really count. You don't really have to learn the mechanics. So aside from sacrificing the fire cape to get the music track that you unlock here, I have never been in the Inferno on the main game. So this will be a world first for me. In case it's not clear, I've decided that I'm actually going to be doing the entire Inferno and not just getting the task for killing the first 360 in there. Although obviously we're going to be doing this. So even if we fail, we'll at least get this as a little consolation prize. So, yeah, guys, I don't know how much I'm going to record because I really just want to focus like I mentioned in the last clip. But once I get more comfortable, after a few attempts, I'll probably start recording and commentating and stuff like that. So, without further ado, man, I guess it's time to go. Holy fuck, has there ever been a more perfectly timed thunder? Alright guys, well, doing pretty good here so far. Used a few supplies, nothing crazy. Pillars are all like, I don't know, half HP or something. Definitely not the cleanest run of all time, but for a first run, I'm pretty happy with myself. We are now going to spawn our first major. There he is. I believe he can hit up to 70 if you're not praying against him, so gotta be careful. We're taking out the T-bow for the first time this trip. I guess we'll switch the quick praise over to this so we can one-tick flick it. And yeah, I still don't really want to talk too much, kind of just want to focus. It's really good to like flick as much as you can in the early waves so that way the harder waves are easier. But the reason for this clip is to show that we are now halfway there. We have now completed every single elite combat achievement thing, which is a beautiful sight to behold. So yeah, this guy's trapped over here. Our log is now, I was going to say it's now green. It's still yellow because we haven't turned it in yet. But yeah, 112 out of 112, dude. It's a beautiful sight. I'm going to see if I can get the Infernal Cape now, although I'm not expecting to, of course. All right, pre-range. Switch to, whoa. Oh, that was about the dumbest thing that could have happened. I drank a sip of brew, which removes my auto cast from the Kodai. So when I went to Blood Barrage, the guy, I just ran in and punched everybody and got comboed. So that was a pretty good attempt with 53. And our first attempt, we had a decent amount of supplies left there at the end. Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and send another attempt. I was like kind of abusing Blood Barrage the whole time, so I was able to save a lot of supplies that way. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy like a ton more death runes, maybe like 6,000 more, just so we have enough for a few attempts. And if not, we can just sell them back to the shop and take a small loss. But yeah, if I can just camp Blood Barrage like the whole cape, I feel like that would just be way easier because you just like don't use any brews then. So yeah. All right, I'm just gonna show you guys this real quick. I've only ever done this like twice on the account maybe. Like I mentioned, we have all of our supplies in the looting bag here, and when we destroy the looting bag in the wilderness, supposedly it'll all drop to the ground, even though it says all contents will be lost. So I'm just hoping this will There we go. Okay, so I gotta pick these up real quick. It's not like a super fun thing to do, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And just like that, we now have another inventory ready to go. Although now I have to wait 5 minutes to do anything because I don't have any more teleports and my inventory is completely packed with stuff. So I'll just minigame teleport to like a fairy ring to get to the POH, to get to the Cesar, to start another attempt. But this will be some nice time to decompress, so I'm not really complaining, to be honest. Alright, so this is a voiceover. At this point, on my second attempt, I was comfortable enough to try this strategy called the 2-tick blob flick. Essentially, if you just change your prayer every 2 ticks, you nullify all the damage if you're being attacked by a blob and a ranger, or a blob and a major. The blobs are kind of like the most annoying things to deal with because they just have a really weird mechanic where they identify which prayer you have active, and then they attack with the opposite attack style 3 ticks later. So it's just kind of funky. There's no other monster in the game with that mechanic as far as I'm aware. But I think mastering the blobs is what I was like most worried about. And now I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with those guys. So feels good, man. We're about to get like a ton of HP back from Blood Barrage, right? If we pop out here, all the melees will get stuck, right? So we'll barrage that guy. Look at that. That's a fucking fat stack right there. Boom. It's like 30 HP for free. Hell yeah. I have never had this happen before, so I'm gonna make a recording. Currently blood barraging 2 melee dudes and they're corner safe spotted, so they aren't even gonna come at me. It doesn't get better than that, dude. Full HP for free for clearing the wave, which I would have been doing anyway. Alright, here's our first 360 on attempt number 2. This time the supplies are looking even better. We've only used like 1.5 restores and 1 sip of brew. Pretty good, man. Fun fact, you can actually log out during the Inferno and it'll pause your run. So you can go do whatever you want, go do some stretches, maybe get some food or go for a walk just to compose yourself, which is great for me. Because when you log back in, you're right where you left off and you can take as long as you need. And then and then you die because you forget you were on the majors already and you were praying range. Well, that's even dumber than last time. Wow, I like went to go get an apple. And then I spent like 5 minutes working out and I like forgot we were already on the major. So I was like praying range right there and I was at low HP. Yeah, a lot of things just went wrong. That was all my fault. And yeah, I guess we only wasted like 45 minutes there, something like that. Nothing too crazy. This is probably the most advanced tactic that I have in my arsenal as a runescaper. You got the major and the ranger stacked up together. Oh no, that's not good. So what are you gonna do? You pray whatever style the guy in back is, you attack the guy in back, and then you switch the prey to the attack style of the guy in front, and due to line of sight of the enemies, the guy in back will just attack 1 tick sooner, which means you can flick the guy in back and then the guy in front. I definitely would never have been able to figure this out on my own, so shout out to all the Inferno guides out there that mentioned this. I don't actually know what it's called. Probably something about line of sight though. I gotta barrage these. Oh, no! No! Oh. Well, that one was kind of sad. If the nibblers didn't live, that probably would have been fine, but they did. I barraged him twice, not much you can do about that. The little 10 HP guys are the ones that get you in the end. I did forget to turn in our elite combat achievements though. I knew I was forgetting something, but I couldn't remember what it was, but now I remembered. I think I've completed a combat tier. Hey, there's the lamp and the hilt. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, this teleports you to the Inferno. I guess that's pretty useful, right? I guess I'll put this on prayer on our way to maxing. 25k XP, not too bad. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. I got all these 4 green now, only 2 left to go. For those of you who don't know what the rewards are for this thing, I'll just scroll through these. Each tier has a chance to increase the drop rate for clue scrolls, easy, medium, hard, and elite, respectively. Less KC to get into the God Wars dungeon, some reskinned stuff, as you can see down here. And yeah, man, that's a pretty good thing. It's a pretty nice thing to get. I'm pretty happy with that. Most of these are all green. We just have a couple left, and I guess we'll be doing that at some point. So yeah, I have a tendency to log out in the middle of the wave to go do stuff and relax. But when I logged back in, my brew was gone. So I left a brew on the ground and no longer have that. So we're down 1 brew. It shouldn't probably make the difference, but if it does, that's going to be a little annoying. Are you kidding me, dude? That's a new PB. Way 58. I think that's attempt number 4. It feels like the first real attempt, but I didn't die to something that I was uncomfortable with. I just kind of messed up the timing there. Yeah, it feels good though. I think that was, I don't know how many minutes that was. Maybe like 80 or 90 minutes. Yeah, I'm getting tired. This is rather, requires a lot of focus, I guess. I'm going to show you guys a new little strat here that I found out. The blobs here, they use mage and range. So I'm going to pray mage. He's going to read mage, and then I'm going to switch to range. But because my quick prayers are set up as range and rigor, when he sees the mage, I can just start 1 tick flicking range and rigor. And by the time he does a second attack, he'll pretty much be dead. It's just like super chill. Plus, when you kill them right next to the pillar like this, the melee gets trapped like over there. So the little melee blob who gets spawned can't even get me. I just barrage the whole stack and then everybody dies. But yeah, it's nice like learning little strategies that like work for you specifically, because it feels like I'm more comfortable now that I sort of like develop my own understanding of what's going on and how to optimize it according to my own capacity. It just sort of makes me feel a little more grounded here in the pit. And yeah, I'll just have protect range and rigor on the quick prayer thing so I can one-tick flick this until we get to wave 30, I think it is, where the major spawns. And then from there on out, I'll have mage and rigor as my quick prayer so I can burn down the majors faster. But for now, I just want to be able to burn down the rangers faster. Yep. Wave 35, we got the major, so we'll switch on over to the mage pray. I'm honestly getting pretty comfortable here, man. I mean, as long as you know how to one-tick flick and you have a twisted bow, the Inferno is kind of free. So I think it's just kind of a matter of time at this point. Wait, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this one. Got a blob in the middle. We got an unlucky spawn on the first one. Got a 0 with the T-bow, so the blob didn't die. I guess the ranger's gonna target us first. Maybe we do this. This is a big maybe, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, actually, this is solves. Yeah, because this tanks the blob and the ranger and the major. So yeah. And now I'll just do... Well, I guess I could just keep doing that, even though all these guys are in the middle here. Yeah, nice. Ooh, and what we can actually do now, the major is going to get stuck behind this little ranger guy here, the little ranger blob. So we can put on prey range, target the major blob so he doesn't damage us, and then kill the ranger. And then mage the blobber. I guess I should have blood barraged the ranger anyway, but that's fine. The next wave is the major and 2 rangers, arguably the most fatal wave in the whole thing. We've got 1 pillar. The nerves are starting to pick up, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't just say that, because I guarantee you to acknowledge that makes it worse. And to be in denial about the fact that I just said that makes it even worse on top of that. And this responds to that. Yep, look it, we're already fucking up. Okay, let's just relax. We need a good spawn. We've gotten lots of good spawns so far, and we need a good one here. Amazing spawn. Literally couldn't have asked for a better spawn. Holy fuck. Look at this. You can't do shit. All I gotta do is pray range and run over there. Holy fuck. And now I pray mage and run back here, kill the major. I don't have to worry about any spawns, any revives. We're fucking set. Waves completed. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Major's dead. Oof. I know that the waves for me are the hardest part, so getting past the waves is a huge relief, but I'm also just kind of scared, because I haven't done triple jads in the main game, even though I know it's easier than the waves. To be honest, there's a little quiver in my voice there. Our supplies are looking amazing. Looking really good here. I'm probably not going to be saying much more, so I'm just going to leave this recording. Oh, what? I forgot about double major. Shit, that was a fucking... Thought it was Jads right there. Jesus Christ. Oof. Okay. That was spooky. I could have just got one banged. Luckily, they didn't hit very hard. Alright, this single Jad is dead. Triple Jads. Let's fucking go, dude. Alright, I'm just going to voice over here as I was concentrating pretty hard in real time. While triple Jads does look kind of intimidating, after you've done it a few times, which I have in the various leagues as I mentioned before, it's actually not too bad. You have like a full 2.5 seconds to react to whatever style they choose, and it's basically just a matter of clicking between 2 choices after having a 2-second heads up to change to that choice. Each of these Jads is also weaker than the normal Jad. They only spawn 3 healers instead of like 6 or whatever. So I just T-bowed the healers because it's easier than trying to deal with switching weapons. Like I mentioned earlier as well, having a T-bow just makes this significantly easier. Trying to do this with a rune crossbow would probably be a little bit too much for me to handle. But yeah, it's not even that uncommon to have like 6 mage attacks in a row. So you're literally just standing there for like 6 attacks. You don't even have to do anything. And when that kind of thing happens, it like really just like kind of resolves the nerves. So if you can get lucky to get that to happen, it does help out a little bit, obviously. Damn it, I'm missing so many flicks. No, are you fucking kidding me? Oh! I was trying to get fancy healing off the things to conserve supplies, even though my supplies were already good. I feel a little defeated, but I'm pretty happy with that attempt. I felt super calm at triple Jads. I mean, I felt comfortable enough to get fancy, so it's just a bit of complacency, I think. Those are the painful ones, of course, but I think, honestly, I'm just kind of glad that I'm feeling so comfortable here, because I was afraid I just, like, wasn't going to be able to do it, so I know that I can do it. Like I mentioned, at some point, it's just a matter of time now. Another thing I'm going to do here, I guess, we'll go ahead and put all these back into their respective places. I'm gonna bring the Falador Shield 4, which is essentially like 1.5 prayer potions, if I'm not mistaken. It's 2 fully charged prayer, so that's like, you know, almost 200 prayer points. I think one of these is like 125 or something, so yeah. Also, I'm gonna bring 7 brews instead of 8, because at the end there, I had plenty of brews left, and I probably had plenty of restores left too, but I want to be a little bit more safer when I get to the end there, so just to cut on the nerves. I'll probably save the Falador shield for the end of the run, just in case I don't even get to the end, then I don't want to have wasted it, because you only get 2 per day. But that means I'm probably going to be at Zuck trying to right-click this thing and trying to click Recharge Prayer, which is probably fine, but there's a very small likelihood that it won't be fine, that I'll like panic and just like, you know, equip it or something, and then like I take off my T-bow and then try and attack, and just, you know, something stupid like that. No, I did it again. I like logged out to go to the bathroom and I left my brew on the ground, so we're down a brew. That's okay. 6 brews is probably fine, in all honesty. Whoa, check out this corner safe spot. This is sick. All monsters in the game will prioritize targeting you horizontally before vertically. So he's currently trying to go east and then north. And since he can't do that because the ranger is here, he was safe spotted. That was kind of cool. That's kind of like an essential thing to know. It's not essential, but it definitely helps a lot for the Inferno. And you can actually pretty much use that anywhere where there's monsters, which is like a lot of places, because that's like the whole point of RuneScape, I guess, is to kill the monsters, right? All right, another triple Jads, dude. This time I'm just gonna play it safe and not try and get fancy. Alright, man, made it to Zuck. Let's fucking go. Alright, so I was absolutely mortified to commentate during this because I was busy focusing. For those of you who have never done Zuck before, there's just a couple things you need to know. I've got all of the tiles marked, which you can attack from safely. As you can see, there's 4 tiles. The 3 consecutive tiles in between each of the side tiles are dead spots where if you attack the boss, you'll be dragged to one of the side tiles, so you don't want to attack there unless you really know what you're doing. We'll also let off a T-bow hit in the middle, which is safe. Since the shield started on the west side, it's going to travel to the east and back to the west. And when it gets back to the west, it's going to spawn a set, both a major and a ranger. And those guys are on a timer. Every 3.5 minutes, it'll spawn another set, which is one of the most important things to consider during the fights. I actually don't know if I can blowpipe the ranger here, so I'm just going to T-bow him. That would have been something that would be good to know right now. And he's alive. That's not good. I'm supposed to kill him. I could flick him, but I'm not that good, so I'm not going to be doing that. Alright, he's dead. Range pot. Now we gotta rush it to 600 HP to pause the timer. Might have just tanked a hit there? No, okay. Alright, we can kill the major now. The timer's paused. When the boss's health drops below 600 HP, the timer to spawn the sets is paused. And then at 480 HP, the set timer resumes. I think like 75 seconds is added to the clock, and the Jad will spawn. So you're going to kill a Jad while you're running along with the shield. It's really not too bad. You just kind of run to the tiles that are already marked as being safe. You can get like 3 attacks off in each corner. Just got to change your prayers. One of the main things to consider as well is that the shield is actually registered like 1 tile ahead of where it's visually rendered. So as a general rule, you kind of want to be sticking to the front of the shield because sometimes Zuck can just hit you if you're on the back half of the shield, which is not what you want to be happening. As you can see right here, I actually blood barrage the healers. You can usually get all 3 of them if you do it right, but I kind of messed it up and only got 2 of them. Small little optimizations like that kind of make a big difference in the long run. So yeah. And once you kill Jad, the hardest part is still yet to come. It's not really hard, but it's just usually where things tend to go wrong. At 240 HP, Zuck will summon the healers. They kind of heal the boss pretty substantially, so you want to tag them with the blowpipe or just like a fast range weapon so they can get off the boss. But when they get off the boss, that means they're going to be attacking you. As you can see, we kind of overran a little past the shield right there. We did tank a Zuck hit. His max hit is 250. He hit us at 23 right there, which is pretty lucky, but chances are if you hit it by Zuck, you're going to die. So you don't really want that to happen. Meanwhile, the ranger in the major set spawn timer is still counting down. So you really want to kill these guys as fast as possible. They deal a lot of damage. You can pray redemption because their max hit is like 10, so it has a pretty likely chance to proc. Shit, these guys just fucking spawned. I just lost, dude. There's no way I can do this. How did that happen? I should have waited, right? Yeah, I lost. Okay, what did I do wrong? I was supposed to wait. I was supposed to wait to... I was supposed to wait to spawn the second set. I don't know why I didn't wait. You spawn the second set, and then you spawn the healers. Oh, jeez. You spawn the second set, you kill the second set, then you spawn the healers, kill the healers, then kill Zuck. I guess we made it pretty far in our first Zuck attempt. I think this is overall attempt number 7 or something, so I'm pretty happy with that. I wasn't expecting to get it on our first Zuck attempt. I can't even talk, dude. Alright, I need to go for a long run or something now. Alright. So I just went and worked out for a few hours. I had a nice big dinner, lots of protein. I don't feel jittery at all. I feel calm. I feel cool and collected, relaxed, and I feel confident. I think this just might be the one. Last time I kind of just made a silly mistake, and this time, hopefully I won't do that. Most likely I will, but On the off chance that I don't, I think we might actually just complete this. So, however, videos over 30 minutes kind of have a lower audience retention rate. I don't make the rules, guys. I'm gonna have to save this run for the next one, unfortunately. I also want to give a massive shout out to my YouTube members. At the silver tier, we've got Chester, Thornforge, Brendan, Christian, Nihilism Rip, Ryan, Chicken Noodles, Sido Nexonizer RS, and our newest member, Toasty the Wizard. At the gold tier, we've got Leica Wolf, Iea, Misks, David Boone, Robert, Nub, Todd Boyd, and One With Everything Bagel. If you'd like to join the list of members supporting the continued production of the channel, feel free to get started by clicking the join button right next to the sub button underneath the video. Otherwise, cheers guys, see you in the next one.